Hello? Teacher? May I come in, please? I need to talk to you.
Who is it? Never mind. Come in. I'm not busy now.
Good morning, teacher. I'm sorry to bother you. I just wanted to know when the exam will be.
Don't worry. Your final exam will be the next week. I suppose on Thursday or Friday.
All right. Thank you. I will study hard to get a good score. Take care.
Alex, wait a minute. Are you okay? You look a little down. What happened?
Well, do you remember I told you I was going to have an interview? To get a new job.
Sure. You were very excited about that. I suppose you didn't get it, did you?
No, I didn't. I needed to make a presentation in English, but I couldn't. I failed at that. I couldn't overcome my fear of speaking in English.
I see. But you were practicing a lot. I remember I even helped you with that.
I know, but I couldn't. Every time I want to speak in English, I don't know what happens to me. I get scared. I can write, listen, read, or even speak, but just like this. No more. When I have to speak in front of other people or make an important presentation, I just can't.
Don't worry. You're learning English and that's part of that process. And now I'm gonna help you with that, okay? Believe it or not, I know a lot about that. I might look young to you, but I have been teaching English for more than 12 years.
I didn't know that. Yes, please. Help me overcome my fear of speaking English.
Speaking a foreign language can be overwhelming. And it's mainly because you're forced to get out of your comfort zone and risk failure in order to improve. Instead of feeling like the confident and capable human you usually are in your native tongue, you're thrown back to the time when you couldn't express yourself fluently, like when you were a child. You probably feel afraid that you'll look stupid when you open your mouth to speak. I totally understand that feeling, Alex. Now, how to overcome your fear of speaking English? I think the first thing you need to do is identify your fears. What are you really afraid of? When you can identify your fears, you can face them and learn how to deal with them effectively. For example, you can turn that negative self-talk into words of encouragement, or pluck up the courage to face your fears. Are you worried that you'll feel embarrassed and forget everything? Then you need to have a plan. Ask yourself, what will I do if that happens to me? You need to have a support or something. It can be to take some seconds to remember what you were talking about or a paper. The idea is to think of the worst-case scenario. To prepare yourself as much as possible. It won't prevent you from making mistakes and forgetting, but it can help you overcome that fear. Also, before you start a conversation, why don't you try talking to yourself first? Try to explain yourself that there is no real reason to be scared. Start the conversation without fear. Remind yourself that fear is not rational and that it will only hold you back from your goal. I know it sounds like self-motivation, but believe it or not, it can help sometimes. And also practice privately first. This is something really helpful. Believe me. If you're scared of making mistakes when speaking English, why not practice on your own at first? Preparation and practice can help you with your confidence as well. Students don't know, but as much as you think that other people are natural talents, believe me, they surely prepare themselves. And practice a lot. However, remember that it takes time, and it won't happen overnight. Invest your time and energy into practice. Over time, you will see the improvement. Something that helped me a lot when I had to learn a new language was to speak to myself in front of the mirror. I asked and answered myself. I know it sounds crazy, but it helps a lot. And if you have friends or relatives who speak English or who are also learning English, then ask them to practice with you. That's a great way of practicing this language.
But I don't have many friends who speak English or relatives who study English.
Then, why don't you try to find some friends online? Nowadays, we have internet. You can join a language learning community. There are a lot of them on internet. What better way to improve your language skills and gain peer support than by joining a friendly community? There are countless English learning communities on YouTube and Facebook. Just search and find a group that suits you best. Oh, this is something really important. Speak slowly, please. If your level of English is not advanced, why pretend that it is? Sometimes we just want to show off in front of other people and speak very fast, just to show that we can speak English really fast, but if you do that, you'll probably make mistakes. Speak slowly. This gives you more time to think through what you want to say. It will calm your nerves and will help develop your fluency. Seriously. You'll also create a positive impression which can help you build relationships more easily. Whenever you communicate in English, make sure you smile, speak slowly, and have a friendly and open expression on your face. Then, over time, you can speed up your speech. And related to that comes the fact that you need to be calm when you speak in English. When you're feeling stressed, hormones flood your body to prepare you to fight or flight. Blood gets diverted from your brain to your muscles. And as a result, you won't be able to think clearly and are more likely to forget the English you already know. Look for tried and tested methods that can help you stay calm. For example, taking deep breaths and counting to 10, positive self-talk, and challenging negative thoughts. I'll forget perfection. You need to make mistakes if you want to improve your English language skills. Making mistakes is one of the best ways of learning English. They will let you know something. That will let you know the areas you need to focus on your English studies. It's simple. If you're not making mistakes, you're not growing. Remember that. And what I consider is also really important is that when you make mistakes, just keep speaking. Many psychologists say that one of the most effective methods for trading phobias and anxiety is expose yourself to your own fear. Little by little, of course. You should understand, the more we do something, the less fear we have towards it. So perhaps my best advice to overcome the fear of speaking English is to speak it regularly. The more you speak in English, the more confident and comfortable speaking English will become for you. So, no matter how silly you feel making mistakes when speaking English, you just keep speaking it. Even if you do it wrongly, I'm sure you could overcome your fear.
So, with these tips, do you think I will finally overcome my fear of speaking in English? Then, will I be able to get a better job? And because of that, to earn more money?
Well, these tips are important, and yeah, they will help you overcome your fear of speaking English. But you also need to work hard on it. Practice every day and many other things.
Fantastic! Thank you so much, teacher. You are the best. Can you give me more tips about how to improve my English, please? They are really helpful.